After days of anticipation, Sri Lanka's test squad was announced yesterday by the Sri Lanka Cricket Board. And although it's announced for only one test, that is the series opener in Galle that will start on 15th of August in the Galle International Stadium, which is not too far from the place where we are at the moment. We are at the Galle Fort, and Galle International Cricket Stadium is just behind that, and it's one of the most scenic cricket venues in the world. So yes, Sri Lanka squad is finally announced. If you look at the squad composition, it's a bowling heavy squad. If you look at the bowlers, number of bowlers they have: Asita Fernando, Lahiru Kumara, Vishwa Fernando, Milan Ratnayake, four pacers. Then you have four spinners as well: Ramesh Mendes, Prabath Jayasuriya, Sonal Dinusha. Then you have Noan Keshara, who impressed a lot against India in the 3-day practice match. But in this video, we'll be talking particularly about the left arm threat. If you look at India's struggle in Test cricket, right from the series where they lost to New Zealand, they had Mitchell Santer was the main threat. Then obviously Ajaz Patel was also there. Then again against South Africa, they have a you know, Senuran Muthuswamy was there. Obviously, Simon Hammer was the right armer, but Senuran Muthuswamy. And if you look at this Sri Lankan team, Prabath Jayasuriya is the lead spinner who has taken 81 wickets in 11 outings at the Galle International Stadium. At this venue, he has taken his most career wickets. So he becomes an automatic threat, the Galle giant, as people call him here in Sri Lanka. But we will talk about the other threats as well. Prabath Jayasuriya is definitely one threat, but we'll talk about the other left arm threats. Debasis, look at this squad: 4 left arm spin bowling options that they have, and then you have a Kamindu Mendes who can bowl with both arms. What do you make of this left arm threat of Sri Lanka?
I think Indians have been found wanting whenever they have faced a genuine left arm quick. And you can keep continuing the names. Obviously, the likes of Mitch Stark or Marco Jansen. Means if you talk about that series against South Africa, Marco Jansen time and again troubled the Indian batters. Yes, India have a left-hander opener in Yashasvi Jaiswal, but they have several right-hander batters, and that incoming delivery of a left-arm pacer against a right-handed batter is one of the important weapons. Obviously, the Indians did face Vishwa Fernando in that 3-day practice game, but obviously it will be a genuine area of concern because the Indian teams in the practice session, Vaibhav, haven't really faced any left-arm quicks. Means if you look at the practice sessions in nondescript cricket club, they have faced spinners. There was specifically the last day in the practice session in Colombo. They were practicing in tailored pitch. They faced all the 4 spinners. The net bowlers were also spinners. But if you ask me, facing a genuine left arm quick, that has only been an area where the Indians haven't really trained. So, and when you talk about Vishwa Fernando, I think he can be he can cause a few trouble.
And because you made a very pertinent point about Marco Jansen being one of the big threats when India lost to South Africa in that home series, again, that is the reason why Sri Lanka have brought back Dilshan Madushanka as well to the test fold, who has just played one test match, that was in 2023, and he's making a comeback into the test squad because, as Debashish rightly mentioned, India at NCC only faced the left arm throwdowns of Nuwan and Vishwa Fernando for those couple of innings. Apart from that left arm pace, as Debashish has said, that it continues to haunt Indian batters, and that's why 2 left arm options for one test. For one of the Sri Lanka have given themselves more option because Vishwa Fernando has retained his place. He was there in the West Indies squad as well when they toured Caribbean. But to bring back Dilshan Madushanka means Sri Lanka have some plans ready with their left arm variety. The left arm, they know that left is right when you are playing test cricket against Sri Lanka. But Debashish, again, if you come down to only 2 paces, because now we are assuming that Asita Fernando is going to be the leader of the pace attack. Is it going to be Vishwa Fernando, who was there for the last series as well, 2017, when India played the last test at Galle? Or you will go with a Dilshan Madushanka, who has pace, who has ability, but hasn't played a lot of red ball cricket.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw, in fact, both of us covered the LPL and where he was playing in the LPL. But I think he hasn't really played red ball format. For me, Vishwa Fernando will definitely partner Asita Fernando. I think those will be the two quicks for me. But once again, Prabath Jayasuriya, you did mention about Prabath Jayasuriya's record here at the Gaul International Stadium. But of late, in recent Test matches, he hasn't really got wickets. He went for a lot of runs. So yeah, but once again, Sri Lanka will rely on Prabath Jayasuriya's left arm spin heavily. Vaibhav?
Definitely, they have to because they don't have a lot of quality options. If you see, the spin bowling attack is still related. Yes, Ramesh Mendes is another experienced camper who has taken more than 50 wickets, test wickets at this venue. But again, if you talk about the current form of Ramesh Mendes or Prabath Jayasuriya, it hasn't been good. And the test matches that have been played recently at the Gaul International Stadium, it has favored batters. But how the pitch will be, it's anybody's guess at the moment. So yes, we will continue to build on for the first how the pitch will be, what, and that will decide not just Sri Lanka's playing combination but India's playing combination as well. So yes, that was it about the left arm threat of Sri Lanka that Indian batters will come up against. And as we have said, we will continue to build up for the first test. So stay tuned to Revsportz for the best coverage of India Sri Lanka test series. Thank you for watching this video.
For India's best multi-sports coverage, your platform is one, and that's Revsportz. So like, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. I think by now you know that we will be everywhere in different parts of the world and bring you on-ground reportage. As I said, your best multi-sports coverage on Revsportz, your favorite destination.